Hello, my beautiful Taurans. We're gonna do your general spread now using Celtic spread. Sorry about that. So we're gonna see where you are right now, Taurus. Okay, we're gonna look into what is crossing you, what would be good advice for you, what's actually happening in your mind, because a lot of this is happening on your mind. That's how we're doing the reading. What is the recent past, where you're gonna put most of your energy this upcoming week? What is the very near future, so this week or the next few days? How do you view yourself? How are you feeling about yourself? How do people view you in your surrounding or a particular person you're thinking of? What is the piece of advice and the outcome for this upcoming week? Right, let me just make myself comfortable. So where are you? Oh, maybe I first pulled the cards, sorry. Taurus, is for Taurus. Right, I'm gonna pull the cards right now. Oh my goodness, such a mess. I'm sorry. A bit out of it. Okay. I'm getting used to it again. Okay. My cat is moaning at me. He just wants to be cuddled all the time. Floyd, stop it! I'm gonna pull the cards right now. Okay, Taurus, we've got the Wheel of Fortune as the underlying energy for this upcoming week. So the Wheel of Fortune is about universe, making changes for you. Sometimes we want to change our life, or we want what we want, but the good news, or not so good, depending on the situations, that sometimes you cannot change your destiny. Sometimes the destiny is already being planned out for you. So if you've been struggling in your life, if you're thinking like you got to make some kind of decision, but you can't make a choice, possibly, just remember sometimes things happen for a reason, and you got to let universe to sort things out. Okay, that is the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like the fortune is on your side here, Taurus, though, this week. So where you are right now is King of Pentacles. Okay, a provider. The money should be good this week, Taurus. Okay, good time to get a job as well with King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, someone who's financially alright, and they're like a provider to the family, and they sing on the front. They deserve to be where they are, and they're happy to multiply what they've got, and they're teaching others on how to advise others how to become as successful as they are. They're very practical. So this week you're being very practical. Okay, maybe appreciating the job you've got, relationship you're in, because we've got Venus in Taurus. Okay, that's something stable, and you thrive when you are stable, Taurus. What might be crossing you? What will interrupt or make you feel unstable? If you keep waiting for something in which you invest a lot of energy, but it's not coming. You've been waiting and waiting. Taurus, whatever it is, how long you've been waiting for, and is it worth waiting for? Because I feel like for you to lose that stability in life, sometimes you may lose that feeling like you are stable, because you now and then waiting for something that's not coming. What is it that's not coming? Okay. Maybe it's time to stop waiting. Okay. Maybe if it hasn't come, it's just not gonna come, and just enjoy where you are and don't worry about it. Okay, there's something you invest a lot of money or time into, and you've been patient, and I feel like sometimes the fact that you're waiting makes you feel insecure. Maybe you've been waiting for weeks, months, years. If it hasn't arrived, maybe it's not gonna arrive, and it's time for you, Taurus, to realize that, because I feel like this will help you to be fully practical and fully happy with your life. Now, what's on your mind, Taurus? On your mind this week, we've got a Taurus in Venus, which means that we're all about security, possessions as well. Okay, possessions, security makes us happy, makes us feel secure, safety. Okay, This is an earth sign energy. Four of coins, it's what's on your mind this week. You know, you holding on to security, stability, okay, possessions, and that is fine. Just a small warning for you, sometimes, you know, we might be holding to it a little bit too tightly. So I feel like, you know, you got to know when to stop holding on to something that is not working, whether it's a relationship or a job that you're not happy in. You know, if you haven't been promoted, if you haven't been appreciated by your boss, let's say, okay, maybe it's time to reconsider your job or your relationship with whoever, you know, you are, whether it's a friendship, whether it's love relationship, okay. So on your mind, you're so afraid of changes. You are so afraid of changes in your life, in case you were to lose stability and security in your life, Taurus, okay. And Four of Coins, I would say, sometimes has a very predictable, stable life, but boring life, sad life, okay. This is someone who doesn't want to come out, in case they were, you know, to lose money, in case they were to lose, I don't know, £1, okay. Obviously, this is metaphorically speaking. It's about not wanting to take a risk. I'm all right where I am. It could be worse. Yeah, sure. But it could also be better, Taurus, okay? So that's what this reading is really about, you know, holding on to security. And when we've got Venus in Taurus, we feel like, you know, we need to have possessions, things that make us secure and safe, right? And I'm not questioning you, I'm not blaming you for it, because in the recent past you had your heart broken. There was a situation, whether it's a general reading, so apply to your situation. There was a situation that broke your heart, okay? Your heart got pierced 3 times. So for that reason, you've learned, I will never ever, you know, allow myself not to be stable, okay? And if you go back to love related reading, that's what you're doing. You're walking away from something or a situation, love relationship, where possibly you, even if you feel like any sort of doubts, or you feel like someone is a little bit shady, you're not having, you know, you're not giving second chances to people any longer. Where you're gonna put most of energy is, again, creating stability in your life, family. You're gonna put a lot of effort into being stable, feeling stable, having stable home, feeling like, you know, money is alright, that you don't have to worry, okay. This might be in your dreams. In your dreams, you might be so happy, you know, that finally you are stable, you know. Maybe this is something you've been waiting for, and is here. You are stable, you are practical, you are provided, you are where you've always wanted to be, okay. But you might be experiencing nightmares and worrying about, you know, it's too good to be true, and that's why I'm worried about making any changes, okay. I think you know, don't be too worried, Taurus. You got to take a risk sometimes. You got to change your life, and it's easier said than done, you know. But you know, when you do take chances in your life, you know, beautiful things happen, you know. And the new future, Taurus, we've got Queen of Wands. You know, you being creative, you being in a center of attention, people being drawn to you. If you're an artist, you know, you might be releasing your work, you know, an art and a sort of art, okay. You'll be drawn, people will be drawn to you. You're a naturally likable person, okay. Yes, this one, the only thing with this Queen of Wands, just watch out for being moody. Queen of Wands, sometimes she's so emotional, and she's lovely, and she operates from the place of heart, but she can one moment, you know, love someone and kiss them, and the next moment she may literally shout at them, okay. So like mood swings, okay. Watch out for mood swings this week, Taurus, okay. Like I said, we've got Taurus and Venus, where we naturally, if you're in a situation when you feeling insecure in your love relationship or work situation, you may become short with people, you may become possessive and a little bit controlling, just because when we're losing that security, stability, we become a little bit unstable, you know, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? But the way you view yourself, Taurus, you're feeling, you know, like you've got vision, clear vision of what you want in the near future. You're feeling balanced, okay? Like I said, you're not willing right now to take any risk, and you're not doing that. You're avoiding any drama, because I feel like you've had enough drama in the past, and you're happy where you are. You're being patient with yourself, with your life. You've got one foot on the ground, one foot in the water, very good balance, okay? And if you're not in a relationship, I feel like you're preparing yourself to be in one day, but right now you're happy to be where you are. You're not pushing yourself, okay? You're sitting on the swing in a tower, and you're relaxing, okay? You understanding that sometimes it's best, maybe not to go from one extreme to another, but take slow steps. And more than anything, you're patient and you know where you're going in your life. You've got vision, clear vision of your future and what you want, your needs. And your head is very much screwed on here, so well done to you, Taurus, this week. You rock this week, okay? Now, the way people view you, nice one as well. King of Wands, people view you as someone who's a go-getter. They view you working hard, going after what you want. However, King of Wands is someone who's seen as someone who's stubborn, sometimes a little bit selfish. I'm not saying you are selfish, but people may view your persistency, your determination, your focus on work, as something as like a quality of selfishness, because people sometimes want you, Taurus, to give them attention all the time. But I feel like you realize that in the recent weeks, months, Taurus, that you've got to focus on you, right, in order to achieve success in life. So people may think that sometimes you're so focused on work that you forget about them. Maybe your friends think that, okay, or maybe, a partner or whoever it is, okay? But they do look up to you and they know that whatever is given to you, whatever sort of work or project, it will be completed, okay? And people will follow you. You're a naturally born leader, okay? And so it's a very nice card, And they also know you're emotional, and you make things happen. People will follow you. You've got crowds behind you, Taurus, okay, this week at work and love life with friends, okay? Though some people may feel like you're neglecting them because you're focusing on what you want, your work, People may not know you're working behind the scene, okay? Because sometimes we do this, Taurus, like we work hard behind the curtain, behind the scene. People don't know what's going on with us. And then they moan that we do not keep in touch, right? So watch out for this. This week, some people may feel like you're neglecting them. So if it's in a relationship, make sure you give some sugar to your partner. All right then. And piece of advice for you from the universe. Nice one. Or something like your desire as well. This card can be read as well. Is moving forward, Taurus. You're moving forward in a very confident manner, okay? You're moving forward to the future. You look into the future. I feel like you left the past in the past with Venus in Aries last month, and you're moving to the future here, okay, with the Chariot. Very nice. Moving to the future. This is Cancer's energy, okay? Maybe moving towards Cancer star sign. Very much aware of your self-worth, okay? And maybe you're planning something that's gonna happen in July, possibly, okay? Because that is the time of Cancer star signs like season. Moving forward, some people may though see you as someone who's cocky, but you're being very attractive, self-aware of your value. Moving forward, Taurus. And if you're not sure what to do, you got to move forward, okay? But I think on your mind, your dreams, you're worried. If I do move forward, will I lose out? Well, you'll never find out, or as if you don't try. The outcome is for you being in an indecisive position, okay? For this week, you will be like, what shall I do? There'll be some kind of a decision you got to make towards this week, okay? And you'll be thinking, shall I go for it or not? Whether it's a love decision, shall I stay with this person or not? Shall I break up? Shall I make up? Shall I leave this job? Or shall I stay? Shall I give another go? Okay? And this something will make you emotionally unstable, okay? So you got to make a choice. I feel like, maybe the choice for you is to stop waiting for something that hasn't come yet. Okay, maybe you haven't been rewarded, you haven't been appreciated in certain area of your life, Taurus, okay? But you'll be juggling between two options in your life, okay? Yeah, so the piece of advice is you got to move forward. So maybe one of these options is something old and something new. So the suggestion is from the universe is to leave something old and move on towards something new, Taurus, okay? But in moving towards something new, it freaks you out, Taurus, with Four of Coins. You know, you're afraid. You don't want to take a risk. I'm all right where I am. I mean, are you? Two of Coins. Let's clarify the outcome. Here we go. Wow, I always forget what it is. It is love. It's Ace of Cups. So, you know, you might be feeling this week, or you might be realized there's a new love here around you. Something or someone might awaken a passion in you, and it will require of you to make a choice: leave the old and go for the new one, or leave the new and go for the old one, you know. And I feel like, you know, you are in love. You might be in love this week. You might fall in love with a job, with a person, okay? And there will be a, you know, it will make you realize that you got to make a choice. You got to leave something possibly from the past. And one more card, Two of Coins in as the outcome. Okay, here we go. Like I said, the death, transformation, the end of the cycle in a reverse position. So you don't want to finish some kind of a cycle. You're not ready. You're not sure whether you should finish some kind of a cycle, okay? And then we've got a passion, having butterflies in your stomach, okay? You don't want to finish, you know, this is a juggling between a cycle you've been on a cycle that's been quite toxic, okay, old cycle, and new cycle, something new coming, new love and old, new job or old. You make a choice. The piece of advice from the universe is the Chariot. Move forward, Taurus, not backwards, okay? And then let's clarify. Why are you so afraid of taking the risk in your life? Why are you so afraid of losing, Taurus? We've got Chariot again. Whoa. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, something you've been waiting. Again, the same thing. Something you've put a lot of effort into, a lot of money, maybe, you know. You've been very patient with this something, and you don't want to leave it behind. Again, the same thing comes up. There was a slow growth, but you still don't want to leave it. And again, we're telling you, you got to move forward. You got to travel, Taurus, possibly. You got to change the place of living. Whatever you need to move forward, do it, because it's your it's like a good news we've got here. There's some good news on its way, but you got to make it happen. How do you make it happen? If you move forward, Taurus. So let's get two cards for piece of advice. 1 and 2. Whoa, Taurus, wait. Okay, so in the past, Five of Wands, it's like, you know, you might be realizing this week that you're not torn internally any longer. You might have been torn in the past, but you know exactly what you want, okay? We've got here love being taken for granted, okay? Maybe you're realizing that, Taurus, someone took your love for granted, and you know exactly, you know, where you're standing. You're not fighting any longer for this love. Or let me look into the cards so I can get you a better message. It's a piece of advice, you know, maybe realizing that the grass is not always greener, okay, and you're not being internally torn, and that's why you got to choose one thing. That's the piece of advice. You got to choose one thing, okay? And I think you're not asking people about the decision you got to make. You know exactly the decision. You already probably made a decision within yourself, and you know maybe that, you know, I know the grass is not always greener, but also that, you know, your love being taken for granted. Maybe you got to move forward for that reason, okay? This is a card of rejection. So if you are rejected, Taurus, you know, I feel like you know exactly, you know, where you are right now, and you don't need anyone to give you advice. I feel like you know exactly where you are with the rejection card, you know. Hierophant, okay? You know exactly the power of your mind. You know, if you just tune into your mind, you know exactly where you are, and you'll be able to make this choice this week, Taurus. Okay, you know the choice I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And one more card that fell out. In the past, you know, someone was dishonest. So drop this person, Taurus. There's no space, no place this week for dishonesty, for anyone who'd make you feel insecure. That's all I'm saying. So the choice belongs to you, but it's easy. You know, if whoever he is making you secure, a job, a boss, a person, a friend, partner, you drop them. That's what I would do. Okay, Taurus, this is the end of your reading for this upcoming week. And I will see you next week. Love you. Bye.